Hey there everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for many of us: emotional eating. You know, those times you find yourself elbow deep in a bag of chips after a rough day at work, or comforting your woes with half a tub of ice cream while binge watching your favorite series. Sound familiar? Well, stick around, because we're going to uncover the surprising truth behind emotional eating, why we do it, and what we can do to break the cycle. Trust me, this will be an eye-opener. Plus, I'll sprinkle in some humor to keep it interesting, because who doesn't love a good laugh while learning? Before we dive in, quick disclaimer. I'm not a mental health professional or a dietitian. I'm just here to share insights that might help you recognize and manage emotional eating better. If you're struggling with deeper issues related to food, please reach out to a healthcare professional for personalized guidance. All right, let's get into it. So let's start with the basics. What on earth is emotional eating? In a nutshell, it's when you reach for food, not necessarily because you're hungry, but because you're stressed, sad, bored, or just looking for a little extra comfort. Some people say, food is the best therapist because it never cancels on me. But let's be real. Using a slice of pizza as your emotional support buddy can turn into a problem if it becomes your go-to coping mechanism. For example, imagine you had a bad day at work. Your boss gave you that "I'm not mad, just disappointed" speech, and you feel terrible. Next thing you know, you're inhaling cookies like the Cookie Monster. Nom nom nom. That is emotional eating. It's not about solving hunger, it's about trying to solve feelings. Let's talk about what triggers emotional eating and why it happens. Some people do it when they're sad or lonely, seeking comfort in food. Others when they're stressed out, or even when they're overly happy and want to celebrate everything with a slice of cake. Or 3. Here are some big ones. 1. Stress. Work deadlines, fighting with a friend, or even reading about world news can all ramp up our stress levels significantly. Stress hormones can increase hunger and cravings for sugary or high-fat foods, making it hard to resist. 2. Boredom. Ever find yourself opening the fridge every 10 minutes when you have nothing to do? It's like the fridge becomes our personal Netflix, a go-to for entertainment. 3. Emotional ups and downs. Feeling low, anxious, or even super excited can prompt that craving for a treat. 4. Habit or environment. Sometimes it's just a habit formed over time. Maybe your family always ended the day with dessert, so now it feels unnatural not to indulge, regardless of actual hunger. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. And we're about to explore why it's so common and what you can do about it. Alright, time to get geeky for a moment. Let's peek under the hood at the biology of emotional eating. When we eat tasty foods, especially sugary or fatty ones, our brain's reward center lights up like a 4th of July fireworks show. We get a dopamine hit that makes us feel oh so good. So it's no wonder that when we're stressed or sad, we go searching for that feel-good fix in the form of donuts or fries. Additionally, the hormone cortisol, the stress hormone, can increase appetite. It's like your body is preparing for a crisis, so it says, "Eat up! We might need the energy to survive this." Except these days, our crisis might just be a messy inbox or an argument about taking out the trash. As a result, we down a pint of ice cream, only to discover the trash hasn't magically taken itself out anyway. So, how can we tell if we're really hungry or if we're just feeling emotional? It can be tricky, but there are clear signs. Let me break it down for you. Physical hunger usually comes on gradually, giving you time to decide. It's that gentle rumble in your stomach, maybe a bit of lightheadedness or slight dizziness. You're open to a variety of foods, not just one specific thing, and once you eat, you feel satisfied and content. Emotional hunger tends to be sudden and intense. It's like an urgent, "give me chocolate now" type of feeling. You crave specific comfort foods, often sugary or fatty, and you might keep eating even when you're full, because you're not actually trying to fill your stomach. You're trying to soothe your emotions. Here's the kicker. Once emotional hunger is satisfied, you often feel guilty, or you might realize you weren't really hungry at all. Physical hunger satisfaction usually feels more neutral, like, that hit the spot, moving on now. Understand that difference, and you're well on your way to beating emotional eating for good. Okay, here's the part nobody tells you. Emotional eating itself isn't pure evil. It's actually normal to find enjoyment in food. Culture and social settings revolve around meals. We celebrate birthdays with cake, Thanksgiving with turkey, the weekend with pizza. Emotional connections to food can be positive. The problem arises when emotional eating becomes your primary or only way of coping with stress or big feelings. So the surprising truth is, occasionally turning to comfort food is not the end of the world. The trick is to avoid letting it become your daily therapy session. All right, you've stuck with me this far, so let's talk solutions. How do we break or at least manage emotional eating effectively? 1. Pause and check in. Next time you feel like devouring a whole pizza, pause for 5 minutes. Ask yourself, am I truly hungry or did something trigger me? That short break can reveal if your desire to munch is emotional or physical hunger. 2. Find non-food coping mechanisms. Stress ball, journaling, taking a quick walk, calling a friend, anything that helps you process emotions without resorting to the fridge. 3. Mindful eating. If you do decide to eat, slow down. Chew thoroughly. Savor each bite. Often we overeat because we're zoned out in front of a screen, not really tasting our food. 4. Plan healthier comfort foods. Instead of ice cream, maybe you opt for frozen yogurt with fresh fruit. Or instead of a huge bowl of nachos, try air-popped popcorn with a drizzle of olive oil. Small swaps can still satisfy cravings, but with less guilt and more nutrition. 5. Set boundaries with trigger foods. If a giant tub of cookie dough ice cream calls your name at 2 a.m., consider not keeping it around. You can still treat yourself, but maybe buy just a single serving once in a while. No more midnight freezer raids. 6. Seek professional help if needed. Sometimes emotional eating is linked to deeper issues like anxiety or depression. A therapist, counselor, or registered dietitian can provide specific tools tailored to you. No shame in that. Expert support is a game changer for many people. Let me let you in on another little secret. We all slip up. You might go a week nailing your mindful eating goals, then have a stressful day and demolish a box of cookies. That's okay. Progress is not about never messing up. It's about getting back on track without beating yourself up, instead of saying, I ruined everything. Try, oops, I had a rough moment. Tomorrow is a new day. Show yourself some compassion. Self-blame only fuels the cycle of emotional eating. So there you have it. The surprising truth about emotional eating. It's not always black and white. Occasionally, comfort from food is a normal part of life. But if it spirals into a daily emotional band-aid, it's time to explore other ways to cope. By identifying your triggers, practicing mindfulness, and embracing imperfection, you'll be well on your way to a healthier relationship with food and with yourself. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more fun, no-nonsense tips on living your best life. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know your personal strategies to manage emotional eating. Until next time, stay mindful, stay awesome, and remember, you can have your cake and eat it too, just maybe not the whole cake in one sitting. Bye.